My name's Amber Miller, and I'm a Diamond Ambassador in Plexus, and I am so grateful to be part of this No Regrets November series, and I've loved every single day, and every diamond that has spoken so far is a role model of mine, and I'm so thankful for it. And I'm hoping that I can give you guys some encouragement and belief so that you can go all in and have no regrets with Plexus. So the topic that I'm going to talk on and that I picked was no regrets with fear and failure, or having fear and failure in Plexus and in my journey, because it's been a huge part of my story. I am not one of those diamond stories where I went to diamond really fast and had rock star success. No, mine was very slow and very painful for a lot of it. But I am grateful for that pain, because without that pain, without those fears and having to face them and the uncomfortableness of that, without having failed and skinned my knees, if you will, I would not be where I am. Not only would I not be a diamond in Plexus and have retired my husband at 25 years old and built our dream house at 24 and 25, not only would I not have those successes, but I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it's really true. I'm so grateful for what Plexus and the journey has taught me. And I picked this topic also because recently I was talking to a new prospect, and she messaged me and she said, "Why do you think I'm so hesitant to join?" And I asked her, "Well, what do you think it is?" And she said, I'm terrified. She's like, "I'm so fearful of failing." And what I told her was, you know what? That's actually great. And I'm glad you recognize that, because that means that you are on the brink of something amazing and you know it. You know that this is something you want to succeed at and that will change your life, and you're scared that you won't be able to. And you're fearful that you'll fail, because it is something so huge. If this didn't matter very much to you, if your dreams and your goals and your why, whatever that is, if it's getting out of debt, if it's retiring your husband, if it's putting more food on the table for your family, if those weren't so important to you, you wouldn't be so fearful of failing, right? You wouldn't have that fear going forward. You'd be like, I can plan it. If it doesn't work, no big deal. So I'm glad when someone says I'm scared, because that means it's important. And then we have a good foundation to work off of. So here's what I was fearful of. I was fearful of failing because I didn't have belief in myself. And here's the biggest part of my journey, was learning to believe in myself. And what I mean by that is not telling myself, I'm terrified to talk to people. People don't want to know what I have to say. I trip all over myself. And instead of having those thoughts going through my head, now what I think of myself and the actions that follow are, I love speaking to people. People want to hear what I have to say. People love hearing about Plexus, and people are attracted to me and want to know about Plexus. So I took those fears and I flipped them. And here's how I did it. I wrote down my top 5 fears, and I wrote positive affirmations for those fears. So like I said, I'm scared to talk to people. I wrote, I love talking to people. When I was scared to message people and terrified of what they think, I love messaging people about Plexus because I know how excited they're going to be. I love hearing back from people. I love following up with people. I love posting on social media, and I am so great at posting on social media. It might sound silly, but those are the things that I would repeat to myself, and I still repeat to myself daily. And what that did was it changed the script in my head. Instead of saying, I'm so scared, I don't know if I can do this, I'm terrified of what people think, instead of saying those things subconsciously to myself, my story and my take became, I am so grateful to be part of Plexus, and I'm so grateful to share with people. I love changing people's lives. I love reaching out. I can do this. I can be successful. How different would your day look and your activity look if you looked in the mirror and you said, I can be successful. I am successful. I am great at this. Even if, maybe you weren't quite there yet. but you told yourself you were, instead of playing the negative scripts of fears in your head. So what I want to challenge you is to write this down and live by it. Act as if everything you say, everything that comes out of your mouth or you think comes true. So if you say so-and-so is not going to be interested, I don't even want to tell her she's not going to be interested, you know what? Your message to her probably won't be that great and she probably won't be interested. But if instead you approach it with, she's going to be great at this, she's going to love these products, I can't wait to tell her, the way you approach her and the way you follow up, even if she says no at the time, but the way you follow up will be different, and you'll most likely get her on your team and get her interested eventually because you're positive about it and you're not fearing it. So what I want to challenge you to do is accept those fears, write them down, be okay with knowing what they are, and then flip them. Make them part of your success. So you can choose. You can choose to sit in your fear and fear failure and fear that whole list of other things, or you can choose to change those and flip those. Deal with having the fear of man's opinion. Do you want to always be fearful of what people think? Or do you want to be bold and be confident? You want to be bold and confident, right? Not just in Plexus, but in anything. Aren't you attracted to that? I was attracted to that. Like listening to Wendy talk about boldness, and when I knew Wendy before, I knew Kristen and my mom, I was attracted to that boldness and I wanted it. So I could have sat in being terrified of others, or I could do what I did and eventually get really, really tired of being stuck there and flip it and decide to be bold and to do the activity to make me bolder. So you do two things. You flip the fears into positive things and you speak positive truths to yourself, and then you do the activity. Because like Tamara said, activity cures fear. Activity and belief, which belief is talking to yourself, belief and activity is going to cure your fear. And failures, just to bring those in a little bit, failures are just part of the process, guys. If you're not failing, you're not succeeding because it means you're not trying. I can guarantee you that the other diamonds on their way to diamondhood made failures, and they had failures, and they made mistakes. Those are part of the process. But just because, you know, a toddler, they say it all the time, a toddler falls when he's first trying to walk, doesn't mean he wasn't meant to walk. It doesn't mean he can't. It means he just has to keep trying and trying. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And I so badly want to install that in you, and that belief in yourself that you can do this. You can succeed. Don't sit in that fear. Don't stay that scared 23-year-old girl that doesn't think she has the ability or the confidence to make this happen. You can make this happen. Repeat it to yourself and do the action and the activity that your upline has told you to do. Do it every single day. Be the best ambassador on your team and be the best developing ambassador on your team. And I promise you, it'll be worth it. So, all right. Thank you for listening to this. I'm sorry it's a little bit long, but I hope that it's encouraged you to face those fears, deal with them, and move forward more powerful and more confident having faced them. All right. Bye, guys.